to Rave Sensation. I'm your host, Dan, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the books that's the main reason behind why I started this YouTube channel, and that is Benjamin Marra, Terror Assaulter, OMWOT, One Man War on Terror. Okay, so in I think it was 2015 at the Small Press Expo, I think it was in Bethesda, Maryland that year, right outside of DC. I saw a table there with that had some really great looking comics in front of it, laid out on the table in front of the artist, and it was Benjamin Marra's comics. This book was not there, but he had a comic that's basically the first chapter, sort of this book, and it was fantastic. It blew my mind. I had a great conversation with Ben Marra about the comics and his inspiration, and it turns out there's some rather obscure comics that we were both fans of. Ben Marra has these conversations all the time, so I'm sure he doesn't remember me, but I remember that conversation. It was very, very inspiring, really. Got me jazzed about comics again, in a way, And, a couple years later, I hadn't seen anything new from him for a while, so I did the old Google, and I came across an interview he had done with the Cartoonist Kayfabe guys during the COVID lockdown. So it was like a Skype call or whatever, just some kind of connection. And the connection was really bad. The interview is kind of real choppy, and some of it's hard to hear. But then I started searching for other things with Ben on it, and then I found a couple things like his the things he was doing on the Power Comics channel, which I think you should look at too. Probably a lot if you don't know about that one, but that's a really cool channel to go to. After that, I watched more Cartoonist Kayfabe. Now, if you would, it'd be great if people would check out, I did some videos that on my channel here that say Rave Sensation, Behind the Scenes, Part 1 and 2, and it explains a little bit more about what this channel's about. It might give you a better idea about why my videos are the way they are. And in the meantime, let's take a look at this. This is one of my favorite comics now in decades, at least one decade. It's not even a decade old yet, but I mean, it's so good. So it's Benjamin Marra's Terror Assaulter, OMWOT. I like to pronounce that OMWOT. It's One Man War on Terror. And the comic looks fantastic too. Great choice of paper, great colors. It starts off in 2001 as a response to the terrorist attacks on September 11th. President George W. Bush ordered the creation of a super-secret team of U.S. Foreign Service agents committed to the protection of the American interests overseas. This team was known as the Terror Assaulters. Operating with complete and total independence and licensed to kill without mercy, these highly trained individuals are in no way linked to the U.S. government. The following account is of one such agent, codenamed OMWOT, One Man War on Terror. And this is Cyber Attack Part 1. Jakarta. This is where this takes place. There's a office building there. And now, this is very much like Ken Landgraf's artwork for comics like New York City Outlaws and some of the other, what they've dubbed power comics, these independent comics that are not traditionally, we wouldn't we wouldn't think they were well drawn if our frame of reference was just, hey, this has to look like the latest Marvel and DC stuff. It's a very peculiar kind of way of drawing, and I think it's great. He's captured this perfectly. There's one of those box cars that are so popular in Power Comics. So here he goes. I'm here for the meeting. Yes. Go right in. Thank you. You're welcome. He's handsome. Hello. Do you have the item? Maybe. I can pay you 100 million for it. Take it or leave it. If I leave it, how do I know you won't kill me? Let's just say you don't. Little showdown there. This guy quickly loses his grin when he realizes how serious our hero is. So he grabs out this wild-looking little gun. Cha-chink. I think I'll leave it. Okay, it's time. Whoosh, our hero runs. Brap. Then they do they show you the motion there. He shows you that motion as he's dodging the gunfire. It goes down here. So it said, okay, it's time. And then you're going to get a kick, crack. Come on, let's go. Great hand motion there. Weep, feep, whomp. So the good thing about this is Benjamin Marra can really draw. He's showing you, he's doing this in a very stylized way that a lot of people aren't going to like, but you can tell by the way he's handling the motions and how easily readable this is as to what's going on, how the fight's going, that he really knows comics. He knows the language. He knows how to do things just right. I mean, this is fantastic. Is it drawn in a peculiar way? Do his characters look a little funny? Yeah. But he's handling this great. The layout is just great. And this is like this is one of those early Kirby fights, the 9-panel grid thing. Or even reminds you a bit of Steve Ditko, or that really classic early stuff. So he's beating this guy. The guy goes, wait, time's up. Your deal is over. Brap, brap, brap. He's like blowing the body to the smithereens. And then, of course, he lights a cigarette. Bam. Hey, what's going on here? Never mind. Die. Bam, bam, bam. So he's able to kick both their guns out of their hands. He kicked our hands. And then great double kick there. Crack, crack. They're both down for the count. Whew. And he gets both their guns, and then he unloads them into their bodies. He grabs whatever the MacGuffin is that he's picking up there, and he's leaving. So, when we talk to the chief on the phone, today, let's talk about profits. Okay. The call is scheduled at 4. Sure. Then he does this ungodly, practically impossible kick there, knocks them both out. Then he's going up to the secretary. Hello. Hi. How was the meeting? Let's just say it was good. Well, that's good news. Bye. So you can see the car coming up to the glass. And she's going, have a nice day. Okay. And then smash. And here's another one of those vehicles that's basically looks like a rectangle with wheels on it. And that's this guy's going, a Jeep. These are the tiniest little hands on some of these people. Watch out. Blam, 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 blam. Finally, I mean, how he's getting off that many shots as the Jeep's in the air. So I think he's moving in regular motion and the Jeep is going in slow motion. But he manages to hit the gas tank, which of course makes the Jeep explode. And somebody jumps out of the exploding Jeep, and this guy goes, "It's a ninja." And the ninja lands and immediately starts firing. And a fiery wheel is flying there. He's killing everyone. Our hero, the terror assaulter, Amwat, makes sure to push the secretary down to safety. Meanwhile, everyone else is getting shot to smithereens. Oh my God! I mean, I'm not sure how many people were in this lobby, but they're all going down. Stay down. Okay. Blam, blam. What? You shot the guns out of my hands. Let's just say I like to fight. Okay. And now here's another fight scene. Want to throw up? He hits him in the gut and he goes, "Want to throw up?" And they goes, they're going some more. Surprise! Whap. And then he gives him a great punch to the balls. And then, you broke my leg. Crack. Now I broke your face. And in the time it takes for the ninja to fall to the floor, he's grabbed the machine gun up and then wildly overkills into the dead body. And then this guy has snuck up and grabbed the hostess, the secretary, as hostage. "We have your briefcase. Don't shoot me or I'll shoot the girl. We're leaving. Don't follow us. Get in the car, woman. Let's go." "All right." Vroom, beep, beep. "You're in the way." There's a guy on a motorcycle. "Hey." He kicks the poor sucker off the motorcycle. I think I've seen that in a Chuck Norris movie or two. "Thanks for the bike." And then he goes off. He pops a wheelie and goes flying after the car. This guy leans out of the car and he comes up. "Hey, let me go. Let me out." Just conveniently, it looks like there should be a bridge there, but it's just two ramps like you sometimes find, oddly enough, in an action movie. And so they're going over this river, over the ramp. They're both up in the air. She jumps out to the water, and he starts firing both guns, killing that guy, and again, hitting the gas tank so that it blows up again. And she's like, "Ah!" So she seems to fall out while they're in the air over the water, but then he has her hit the ground. And then he runs back. "Let's go. There's a road. There's a car. It's stopping. Hi, get out of the vehicle." "Okay." And then he hits the guy. The guy is giving him the vehicle, but he knocks him out and steals the car. "Thank you for saving my life. You can pay me back by going out on a date with me tonight." "Okay. Here's my apartment. Come by later." "Okay. I'm so excited for my date with him tonight. We have to meet." Okay. I just wanted to give you a good taste of this. I think that's, I'll let you know, there is some definite hard, porny panels in here. Some real sex comic stuff. And this is just, if that didn't give you a taste, he actually does up the ante some. And he has action scenes take place in more of the kind of, like on a plane. That was a big thing, to have terrorists on a plane and have the hero have to overcome them. There's a scene like that in here. It is just a fantastic book. The art exactly fits what he's trying to do. I'm not sure how it'll hit you if you don't get what he's trying to do. I think it's funny enough, though. I think it's a great book, well written. It grabs all those cliches. The art is fun. It's really legible. It really puts across this. I mean, it's just fantastic. I love this book. Um, I think it's out of print right now, which is a sin and a crime. I don't know whose fault that is. Ben, please, talk to Fantagraphics. I don't think it's sold poorly. Um, so I'm not sure why it's out of print. But anyway, hopefully you can find it on the used market. It's just a fantastic book. Like I said, there is the violence gets crazier, and there is porny stuff in it. So if that offends you, you might be out of luck. But I think it's great, and look for other things by Ben too. He's got some other things. I think this is his best work, but he's got other stuff out there too. And I really am looking forward to what he might do next. Right now, he's doing a daily comic about some juvenile delinquents on Instagram. So you can follow Ben Marra on Instagram and read his slice of life delinquent comic. Okay, that's all for now.